Coming up on Take 30, a new self-driving shuttle system is coming to Mississippi State.
And then see MSU's faculty flex their vocal skills in the annual Italian opera recital.
And later, Get Ready to Dance will take you inside MSU's event that takes salsa to the streets.
Your Take 30 news starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. Well, we all know technology is constantly advancing and sometimes it can be hard to keep up. But keeping up isn't an issue for Mississippi State University thanks to today's rollout of its newest Bulldog transportation. And get this, no driver is needed.
Their response time is so much quicker than I've seen any human have.
Mississippi State University is partnering with Beep Incorporated to provide campus with a new fully electric autonomous shuttle.
We're excited to see it go online. You know, there's a lot of new technology that's being tested.
MSU is calling the shuttle CAB, which stands for Campus Autonomous Bus.
We want it to be something that serves our population, our students, but at the same time, we want to learn as much as we can about the technology to see if it's something that we can potentially use long-term, as part of our smart system.
Mississippi State has been working with Beep for more than a year to nail down a plan for a successful deployment. And safety is the #1 priority.
When it senses anything that becomes a risk to it on its path of travel, it will stop. And oftentimes it has to wait, or that's part of the process of the operator, is the operator will override it and tell it to go forward.
But just in case, a Beep certified attendant will be on every cab shuttle to ensure extra safety.
I am definitely curious and just seeing how they work, especially since they drive by themselves.
There'll be no driver there, which will be kind of a little scary, which means you're putting your lives in the hands of machines.
The shuttle currently has one programmed route, which starts right here at Old Main, then over to the Sanderson Center, then it makes its way to the College View Apartments, along with a stop to the Cotton District, and finally it circles back to campus and makes its last stop here at Giles Hall.
2 shuttles will run from noon to 8 p.m. Monday through Fridays, and as the pilot program kicks off, Dumas encourages anyone to give the cab a try.
Take a ride, because I think you'll find out pretty immediately that it's probably safer than it is riding in the vehicle with your own self.
The Beep shuttle will be a brief addition to the current Smart Bus system, as the pilot session will run from September 30th until the end of the semester.
And with this launch, Mississippi State is officially the first in the SEC to have a fully electric, autonomous shuttle system. And in just more than a week, students will get to try it out for themselves.
We're joined today in the studio by Take 30 meteorologist Theo Cook. Theo, after such a beautiful day, please tell us this trend continues.
Yeah, Raylen, so it was a beautiful day today. I mean, look at that. Beautiful skies out there, clouds are around, and it's going to be continuing to be beautiful this weekend. Look at that, Saturday about 93 degrees, Sunday 92. We're looking at no wind and no rain, so it's a great day to, get outside, go grill out, go boating, go to the football game, cheer on the Bulldogs. I am tracking a little bit of rain for next week, and all because of this area of concern that the National Hurricane Center has highlighted as it goes up into the Gulf. So after the break, we'll be talking more about that.
All right, well, thank you so much, Theo. Usually it's the students that are in the recitals, but for this performance, the faculty are actually center stage.
I think it was very, very cool. It was just nice to be able to see the hard work finally paying off for Dr. T and Dr. Fontaine.
Dr. Fontaine and Dr. T talk about getting to perform in Mississippi State's annual Italian opera faculty recital.
We are the 2 singers in the recital, and this is our pianist. You do a lot of work on your own first, learning the material, and then when you feel pretty secure, you come together. But there is ideally, and we're very lucky to have a wonderful pianist, a long rehearsal period.
In the lecture recital hall in the music building on Monday night at 7:30 p.m., students and family members were invited to experience an exciting showcase.
It's a series that we've put together where each time we do a different language. So the first recital was actually a couple of years ago. It was all French. So now Italian, and now we have to choose the next.
Here in the recital hall, usually students are the ones front and center. But at the faculty opera recital, professors got the opportunity to show what they can do.
Dr. T and Dr. Fontaine are amazing performers. They constantly show out every time they perform.
Students in the music department helped bring the act alive. Adonijah, music education student, says the best part of the show was the audience interaction.
Emma and I were able to make the crowd laugh, and they were having a good time. So it wasn't just us giving them information, but it was more of crowd interaction, just everybody enjoying themselves.
This annual event is free and open to the public. For Take 30 News, Breland, Lucious.
The music department's next event, Jazz at Renaissance Plaza, will be tonight at 7:30. The streets of MSU campus filled with dancers for the Holmes Cultural Diversity Center's annual Salsa in the Streets. I put on my dancing shoes to bring you the story.
We can all come together no matter what culture you come from to just have fun.
Mississippi State University's largest salsa dancing event of the year kicks off National Hispanic Heritage Month. This event was celebrated with colorful lights, free food, music, and dance lessons.
Everyone just should give it a shot, if that makes sense, where it's like, go out and celebrate a culture that's not your own, and you might end up meeting a lot of people you never thought you would.
When we were on mission trips to the Dominican Republic, we stayed at an orphanage, and every night they had a huge speaker outside and they were blasting salsa music. And so we decided we were going to learn how to salsa while we were down here.
MSU students of all ages and background are out here celebrating National Hispanic Heritage Month. And whether they're a seasoned dancer or taking their first whirl on the dance floor, they're out here having a good night.
I think events like this are really important to the MSU campus because it highlights the great diversity of the different students we have here at MSU.
Students came to celebrate for many different reasons. Dance lessons began an hour before free dancing on the concrete floor of the YMCA Plaza.
This is our anniversary, and there's a salsa lesson, and so we thought we would spend our anniversary learning how to do salsa again.
This event is the first of many to celebrate this Heritage Month.
For more information, contact the Division of Access, Diversity, and Inclusion.
And coming up, see how one MSU college is putting grant money to good use. Don't go away.
Concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans. Veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Welcome back to Take 30. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. Well, hundreds of Mississippians lost their jobs as a result of the symptoms from long COVID. But a recent grant awarded to Mississippi State University's College of Education may change that. Our Michael Cassidy has the story.
Mississippi State University's College of Education was awarded a $9.9 million grant from the United States Department of Education's Rehabilitation Services Administration to assist individuals who developed a disease as a result of long COVID syndrome. Symptoms of long COVID can include brain fog and fatigue, as well as respiratory and neurological problems.
People with long COVID, people with disabilities accompanying or experience long COVID say that the symptom has impacted them significantly in the place of their life.
The 5-year grant, also known as the Career Horizons Project, is predicted to aid over 700 residents of Mississippi in providing job opportunities and building meaningful careers that will positively impact their community.
Career Horizons Project is about taking care of what matters.
Of the 200 applications for the Disability Funds Program, only 27 colleges, MSU included, were chosen. The College of Education also plans to use the grant to aid other marginalized groups as well.
So LGBTQ plus groups, as well as those in rural communities, and Mississippians belong to all sorts of those communities, so that we'll have a broad range of clients in our study.
We are very grateful for all of the support that we have in putting this grant together.
Yeah, I'm really honored to be a part of a department through the Counseling, Higher Education and Leadership, Educational Psychology and Foundations Department in the College of Education that really values working in Mississippi and receiving grants such as these to make a meaningful impact in the lives of Mississippians with disabilities.
With Fake 30 News, this is Michael Cassidy.
The College of Education will collaborate with numerous agencies in Mississippi to research and develop a national model in providing jobs for these marginalized groups.
Well, we were above average today and we're still sitting pretty warm. I'll talk how long we can expect these above average temperatures and any rain chances, as long as a little bit of tropical trouble after the break.
Discovery. It tells our history and determines our future. At Mississippi State University, we're digging deep, unlocking an understanding of our past, validating it. Middle East exploration by faculty and students is uncovering evidence that unravels ancient mysteries. Scholars have long thought of the biblical kings David and Solomon as mythological figures. Our research offers evidence that supports their existence, boosting MSU into an international league of experts on archaeology. Now we're changing the way people think about the past, opening up new possibilities of understanding for future generations. Digging deeper, learning more. When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns. Interpreting the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended. These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University.
Well, temperatures right now are in the upper 80s to lower 90s across the viewing area. And when you factor in that little bit of dew point that is streaming up from the Gulf, we're sitting really closer to the mid-90s, Columbus and 95. It's really warm. I mean, it's late September. Averages should only be around 86 degrees right now. So this is really a little bit out of the ordinary, but it's not oppressive heat. You know, it's not August heat, so it feels pretty nice. Get outside, go take a walk, go enjoy the weather. Look at that beautiful campus of Mississippi State with a few clouds that are popping up or will start dropping off temperature-wise as we head into the evening. So winds are pretty light out there as well, which is making it feel all the better. Hey, football is tomorrow. Get outside and cheer on the Mississippi State Bulldogs as they take on the Florida Gators. We'll start off the morning in the mid-70s, around 8, 9 o'clock for those tailgating activities. Before kickoff is about 84 degrees, so it'll feel great as we're starting the game, but don't let it fool you. You'll want the sunscreen and plenty of water as we'll top off around 90 degrees for the start of the fourth quarter and then tack on a few more degrees as you head out of the game. So Saturday, a few degrees even warmer, mid-90s. Sunday, same story. Again, we'll keep the wind very light this weekend, and we'll keep the skies very clear. So it's a great weekend to go camping if you like that, boating, fishing, whatever you want to do. This is the weekend to do it. So again, no clouds around here. High pressure stays locked in for that higher heat. A little bit of rain well up in the Midwest. Eventually we'll have a trough and a cold front sag into our area. So I will talk rain chances for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. But this could also be another potential source of a little bit of rain chances. The National Hurricane Center has put an eye on that, as there's a little bit of a low pressure around the Yucatan Peninsula, and the sea surface temperatures go right along to show, that it's favorable for tropical development right now. With that trough, with that cold front, we're talking about half an inch, maybe up an inch in that northern areas. We'll refine that as we get closer to the event. But again, this weekend, absolutely gorgeous. And then we'll start dropping off as we have that cold front push through to about normal temperatures, and those rain chances come back. So have a good day, everybody.
Coming up, we'll take a look at the second loss for the Bulldogs, but a possible road to recovery this week.
The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I am Anthony Jenkins Jr. here with your sports update. The MSU Bulldogs is set to bounce back with a win after losing 2 straight. State lost to the Toledo Rockets 41-17 at home, despite being 11-point favorites. The Bulldogs now have a 1-2 record for the season and will have their SEC opener tomorrow at Davis-Wade Stadium. The MSU Bulldogs will play against the Florida Gators, who are also 1-2 for the season. Coach Libby says he still has hope in the team bouncing back with a win.
There was great disappointment, and there's no doubt about that. I do believe that our guys have belief. They've got excitement about what's to come. They know that there's an incredible opportunity to play here at home at 11 a.m. against the University of Florida, and that's going to be a great challenge for us, but there's great excitement and anticipation in being able to go play the way we need to play. They have struggled. We have too, but it's a football team that has a bunch of ability. They've recruited incredibly well, so we will. It'll be a great test for us Saturday morning.
Kickoff starts at noon Eastern Time and will be streaming live on ESPN. MSU are underdogs this week as the Gators are nearly 6-point favorites to win against the Bulldogs. Week 4 of high school football continues tonight. The Starkville Yellow Jackets are undefeated for the season, being 3-0. They go against another undefeated team on the road in the defending 4A state champs, the Louisville Wildcats. Starkville Academy is also on the road. They are looking to pull an upset against the Hartfield Academy Hawks. The MSU's women's volleyball team bounced back on their 3-game winning streak. The volleyball team won the Green Wave Classic in Louisiana last weekend. The Lady Bulldogs swept the Grambling State Tigers 3-0. They also defeated the Southern Miss Eagles yesterday with a final score 3-1. The volleyball team will play the Golden Eagles again today at the Newell Grissom Building. The MSU women's soccer team added another W to their season record yesterday. The Bulldogs defeated the Oklahoma Sooners 2-0 on the road. This makes the team a 7-1 record for the season. State is ranked number 24 according to the latest United Soccer Coaches poll. They are set to play the Texas Longhorns this Sunday in Starkville at 6:30. With the fall semester in full effect, the intramural sports season is coming up for students to participate in. I talked with coordinators and former participants from intramural sports about the impact the involvement has on a student's college experience.
The more people that are involved within intramural sports, it helps them mentally, like it's like a break from class, and you also get to experience all the people and reach out and kind of expand the community within Mississippi State.
Intramural sports have been at universities for over a century now. With the newly innovated Sanderson Center at MSU, the University Recreation, also known as the UREC, is ready to get students actively involved. The UREC offers many sports for students in the fall, like flag football, volleyball, and even 3-on-3 basketball. MSU student Victoria Green says her participation with intramural sports helped enhance her college experience.
I played soccer my entire life, and I wanted to play soccer here when I got here, so I didn't know that they had a club team at the time, but I went and played the indoor league, and then I played for the club team. It was a really great outlet outside of like studying and everything like that, and I met some really awesome people and made some good contacts and everything like that.
There are nearly 40 sports students can join for the entire school year. The coordinator for competitive sports at Mississippi State says he wants this program to help students worry less with academics.
It just allows them to kind of escape the pressure of college life. It allows them to come out, play, they know for the next hour or so or however long their game's going to take. They don't have to worry about the test scores. They don't have to worry about homework assignments. They can just go out, play the game they enjoy, be with people who either they know or don't know. We have a lot of teams that get formed with just random people looking for teams, and just provide an outlet for them so they aren't always having to worry about what they have to do in college.
If you are interested in joining intramural sports, you can apply online to the MSU's UREC website. That's all we have for sports today. Hope to see you all next week. And back to you, Raylen.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Coming up, are your favorite snacks increasing your risk of diabetes?
Well, find out after the break.
Student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow. This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks, two leading causes of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians.
Welcome back to Take 30. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. Well, there's bad news for junk food fans. Mounting evidence shows that eating ultra-processed food can increase your risk for type 2 diabetes. And according to a study published Monday in the Lancet Regional Health Europe, ultra-processed food like sugary drinks, chips, and hot dogs contain synthetic additives that can have a big impact on your health. And researchers studied the development of type 2 diabetes in more than 300,000 people in Europe. And the data showed the risk of type 2 diabetes increased the amount of ultra-processed foods a person consumed. Study authors believe that's because these foods tend to be higher in calories and less filling, which means people eat more to feel full. And those extra calories could lead to increased body fat, which also increases the risk of type 2 diabetes. The researchers couldn't say ultra-processed foods are a direct cause of type 2 diabetes, but they say the results build on a growing evidence that ultra-processed foods have an adverse effect on health. And if your child is a picky eater, genetics could be to blame. According to a study published Thursday in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry, food fussiness in children is largely a genetic trait. Researchers looked at over 2,000 pairs of both identical and fraternal twins in the United Kingdom. And they compared those two groups because most identical twins share 100% of their genetic material, while twins who are not identical do not. They found fraternal twins were much less similar when it came to picky eating than identical twins. And the study authors said this indicates that genetics have a large influence on a child's reluctancy to try new foods.
Fans of Cheddar Bay biscuits rejoice. One of the world's most famous seafood restaurants was able to claw its way out of financial problems. Red Lobster is out of its Chapter 11 bankruptcy, according to a statement from its CEO. He said the Florida-based chain is now, quote, stronger and more resilient and ready for a bright new chapter. The CEO also added the restructuring process includes more than $60 million in funding. Red Lobster, which made its debut in 1968, has 545 locations in the U.S. and Canada, and it employs roughly around 30,000 workers.
And in other food news, the newest M&M's flavor is a spin on the classic PB&J sandwich. The candies feature berry-flavored chocolate with a peanut butter center. This is the company's newest flavor innovation since 2022. And the sweet and salty combo is set to hit shelves in December. It will be sold in stores online.
All right, before we go, Theo, can you give us one last idea of what the weather is going to look like?
Yes, so this weekend, the game's going to be great. Waking up, tailgating, perfect conditions, mid-70s, and then eventually in the 80s. By the end of the game, we will, be in the 90s. So you're going to want the sunscreen, you're going to want plenty of water, and you're not going to want to stay outside for too long. But really, this is a good treat, to do anything outdoors that you want to do. There's also a air show in Columbus, so you may want to check that out.
Yeah, no, of course, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited for the good weather. And the air show in Columbus, I didn't know about that. That sounds like a lot of fun, too.
And the M&Ms? Are you kidding me? Those sound delicious.
Yeah,
Hopefully
I'm going to have to try that after this.
No. Yeah, I know people got to get up pretty early to get ready for the game. I know it started at 11. Hopefully get that morning breeze.
Yeah, no, of course. Early game will definitely be nice. It won't be too hot.
Well, that's our show. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to tune in next week and follow us on social media.
Have a great weekend, Bulldogs, and as always, Hail State.